What's up, all you art students out there? This is part 3 of a video series explaining what to do with your selfie after you print it out. So part 1 was how to print it out and fit it inside that 5" by 5" square. Part 2 was how to map out your values. Part 3 is how to put a grid on it. Now essentially what you're going to do, hang on, I got it right here. Essentially what you're going to do is the same grid you put on your practice grid on the drawing, that's the same grid you're going to put on your face. So I'm simply just going to switch over to my overhead view, and you're going to just watch me draw the same grid I put on here. I'm just going to put on my face. I mean, it's a simple 5", so it's a 5" by 5" grid, and these individual squares in here are ½ inch each. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me, ask me questions. I'll be more than happy to help you out. And after this, you can start working on your big final. So the video after this one is going to show you how to make the grid on your 15 by 15. And remember, our final is going to be a 1:3 ratio, means that the big one is 3 times bigger than the small one. So the small one is going to be 5 by 5. So the big one is going to be 5 by 5 times 3, which is, can we do any math? Do we have any math people out there? That's right, 15 by 15. So 3 times 5 is 15, so 5, 5, 5. That also means that the big grid is going to be 1.5 by 1.5 inch squares. I'm going to switch over to my overhead, let you guys watch me do the grid on my selfie. We have our selfie, and if you've noticed, we have put our value lines on it. I've mapped out all the values inside my face, and now we're going to get ready for the final part, which is we're going to put a grid on it and start moving it over to our final. So the grid that we did on this is the same grid we're going to do on this, the exact same one. The difference is I did this one in pencil, but I'm going to do this one in pen. So I'm going to then take my card, I'm going to try to get as much of my face as possible, I'm going to trace around it. So our next step is we're going to create a big grid, and we're going to go square by square, and we're not going to draw the details. We're going to copy these lines, those lines to our grid. So instead of looking for the whole thing, we're going to start copying these lines to our big grid. All right, that concludes the third part of the 3-part series. The first part being how to print off your selfie. The second part being how to start mapping out your values. And the third part being how to put a grid on your face. So after you get done with all these 3 things, you can then start using the selfie to begin, start taking the selfie and moving it over to your final to create the micrography self-portrait. And ultimately, that's what our goal is. Our goal is to start moving the values from our picture to our big self-portrait, our big final. All right, I hope you guys found this informative. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and email me or reach out to me in some way and ask me. I'd be more than happy to help you out. And I look forward to seeing your work. Thank you so much.